안녕하세요 여러분. Hallyu review입니다.
Hey y'all, I'm Shamer and I'm here with my girl Sabrina and we are Hallyu Review. Sorry, you said Yorobun and I was like, Yorobun, everyone. Back to Stray Kids. We are finally doing Railway with Bangchan.
Finally, it just came out yesterday.
I know, but like, do you know how long I've waited for it to come out?
You have.
I got the album and we opened it together and that was my song. Like, yes.
Yes, it's true.
If you haven't seen his solo stage, it's amazing.
Right. I haven't seen it yet, so very excited.
You haven't seen the clips?
Oh. Nope. I've been very good. I saw this came out and I knew we had to add it to our list.
I haven't watched the music video, just his solo concert stage where he's like shirtless and...
Yeah, no. Sorry, I haven't seen them, so...
Oh, yes.
Other than what you sent me.
You know. Okay. It says that it's a synth pop track with dark and languid vibe. Oof. Dominated by rugged guitar sounds. It's described as a song based on trains. Hold on tight and enjoy the ride, y'all. The intense emotions directed at each other are likened to a fast and wild train ride.
Ooh.
It's not about trains.
I have to ask though, like when I think rugged guitar, I think like cowboy music. So like, I'm really curious what a rugged guitar is going to sound like. Does that mean it's like rock? Like what is a rugged guitar?
I do feel like this has a like rock vibe to it.
Okay, so maybe that's what it means. I don't know. So blind reaction here. So let's go ahead and dive right in and not get hit by a train.
Well, and the funny thing is you see tracks, but you don't ever actually, I don't think, see a train.
Because maybe he's the train coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. I'm guessing off of something I haven't seen yet. So, okay, let's go. Okay, so I see the red and I want to think Christmas because we're still in like the Christmas season. But from what you described, I don't think that's accurate. So
I don't think it's a Christmas vibe.
All right.
But hey, here we go.
I mean, there's Polar Express. That's a railway. Okay, sorry. All right, let's go. Let's go.
So this said lyrics by Bangchan, so that means he wrote the lyrics. Okay, I wasn't sure about that.
Okay, this is definitely spookier than I was thinking.
See, it's like railroad train.
It's like a prison. Oh, it's in English so far. Tracking.
Hot.
What is happening? This could be a drama.
Right? Oh.
It's like
Look how in
Twilight.
sync they were. Ooh. Love the coloring right there. Is he bringing them back to life?
That's usually what that means.
Oh, he kills them and then he brings them back to life. It's so passionate.
Oh.
Oh, that's so hot. like Pitch Perfect when they got kicked out of the group.
Ooh. Okay, I have
There's
so
so
many
much
questions.
there. Like, I don't even know where
Yeah.
to start.
That was so full of stuff. Like, first of all, I found myself reading the lyrics, even though it was in English. I'm not sure why. Force a habit, I guess. But, like, okay, so at the end, I was obviously, like, battling himself. Like, so
Right.
there was the vampire, like, dressed in black, and then what I assumed was a human dressed in white, but he still had the eyes. So was he still a vampire, but he was, like, a good vampire? Like, so he was obviously the Bangchan that was like out of control, like, you know, it sort of gave me like Twilight feels. Like, so there was like the one keeping the other one like in check because the other one had kind of gone crazy. I mean, he seemed to be killing only people in a prison, so it's like,
It did seem like a prison, like,
you know, like, oh, we go after bad people, not good people. But like how this all ties into a love song, I'm a little bit thrown. Like, it's obviously that like
it's
out
a
of
song
control
about
and
trains.
oh, clearly a song
What are you
about
talking
trains.
about? It's about riding and
Holding on
Holding on
tight.
tight.
And I mean, sometimes like really passionate relationships feel like that. Like hold on tight because it's kind of going out of control. At any moment, you might Amtrak it, and that's going to be the end of it.
Well,
But,
and I
like,
also feel like it's probably symbolic for like his experience with Stray Kids and just kind of his life too. Like, he's on this crazy journey, and I love the duplicity or the duality of like both him and then you have Chris, who is like not Bangchan, which
okay, explain that a little bit.
okay, so you
Chris
have,
is his Australian
Chris is his
English
Australian
name.
English name, and so he prefers to go by Chris, and I feel
Oh,
like
does he?
from what I've heard, from what people have said, he prefers to go by
Okay.
Chris. But I just feel like there's a duality there, like, and they come together kind of towards the end, and they're meeting, and I don't know, like it was just.
But are they meeting? Because it kind of
But
seems
he
like.
stares him down, like.
So which one is Chris and which one is Bangchan?
That's a great question.
Or did the two sides
the two
together?
sides together
Because I
make
know we've heard
one?
like RM talk about that. Like he just wants to be Kim Namjoon and not always
not
RM.
RM.
And so like I mean Suga and Auguste, like I don't think he really fights that much though. I think he likes
think
the
he
duality,
embraces
but
it.
like yeah, I think he really does embrace that. But like that was a big thing with RM and BTS. Like I want to be known as Kim Namjoon and not just RM. And I know V Taeyang also in BTS like that. They fight that like identity.
Well, and I'm just thinking about the lyrics. Like, yeah, this train never sleeps. Hold on tight. Do you care about the casualties? Like, I don't
Who is he
know.
saying that to? Because that doesn't sound like a relationship line. Like, do you care about the casualties? That almost seems like a Swan talking to like the label kind of thing. Like we're not just idols. We're people too. Like, do you care about the casualties?
Oh, that's an interesting perspective.
Hmm.
I don't get why he's biting them and feeding off of them and then giving them blood back.
Because I think in some of the vampire lore, I'm by no means an expert. These things are too scary for me. But I think like they have to drink the vampire's blood to be
become
like
vampires, right?
So I think he's making them
So
into
is he-
vampires. So he's
Is
killing them
that why
as
the
humans.
white Bangchan comes? Maybe that's Chris. Is that why he comes to like put the stop to it?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Is that considered like a natural then to just? I mean, he's just like brutally like.
Well, in Twilight, you got murdered for creating, like, Eros would come and, like...
Yeah, so maybe it's kind of sticking to that same sort of, because he would be like a Twilight baby.
Maybe.
Like he would be of that like era, like that's kind of the vampire stories I imagine he
Yes, like...
grew up with, you know, versus like the older, not that he couldn't watch it, but like that's probably had a really,
I'm going into, like, Abraham Lincoln, like, Vampire Hunter.
yeah, even
like that
something like
book.
that, yeah. So I don't know. I did not expect
I did
that
love,
video.
like, the font of the book. Like,
Yes, yeah.
I feel like that's a little older than Abraham Lincoln, but that's just what I thought of. Just that, like, classical, like, storytelling font.
Yeah, that probably actually would have worked for like the newsprint maybe of Lincoln's day as well.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think
So,
about that.
that was
So many theories. What is your theory? I
Yes.
am dying to know.
I did not expect that MV. Did not expect, and that song was really good, and
It's such a good song.
it reminded his voice in that song really reminded me of someone else, but I want to say one of the EXO members, but I'm not sure which one exactly. but it was just really impressive. And the song itself had like a good sort of, like when you ride a train, like you get that kind of like that, just sort of like rocking almost feel. And that song made me have that sort of like
that
rocking
vibe,
feel,
like that
like kind of
motion.
Yeah, that it really had a lot of motion to it. So
it did
gorgeous. It was really easy to get distracted from.
But there was no train.
Right, you just keep. But I think he's the train because he's barreling out of control, and in a relationship, like a super like passionate relationship, can just feel like you're like just flying high and just going 100 miles an hour or whatever. So
it's true.
It could be. I mean, they often, I feel like Stray Kids will sing songs about love, but it's really about like a platonic love or something else. But the way they word it could be taken as a romantic love type song. Although I know they didn't really do love songs until, what is it?
They say it's 143, but I thought it was something else.
Yeah.
You and I had discussed.
I think I heard them say in their Eric Nam interview, it was Bang Chan and Felix, and they said that I think it was when Accident was their like first love album.
Yes.
So, but I feel like you could listen to some of their songs prior to Accident.
That's what we were talking about.
And then they have
like a platonic love.
Yeah, but you could apply them to romantic love, and so I think they've gotten so good at like writing with that, like you talk about duality. You know, like, is it really about this or is it about that?
It's
like
a hidden meaning behind the meaning.
Absolutely. So.
Well, and that's what I love about Christmas Evil is.
Yeah.
Because it's about like Christmas Eve and like having to like rush through and like just all the things, and oh man, felt that in reality this week.
Absolutely. So, well, this was a lot of fun. I feel like that we could be sort of peeling back the layers of this song for a while. So
this
definitely let us know what you think. Yeah. I don't know if I would call that fun. I mean, I liked listening to the music, but I don't think I'd want to be in that world. Like, anyway, that was really awesome. I know their new album is out. If you haven't downloaded it, streamed it,
and
bought
at this
it,
point,
whatever.
I think all of their solo sets are out.
Yeah. I think
phenomenal.
so. Which makes sense because Bang Chan leads from behind.
Oh, that's so true.
He's always the one like keeping up the rear,
He'll
like
say,
to make sure he can keep his eyes on the kids. Yeah.
Watch my kids.
So if you are fans of Stray Kids, make sure that you like and subscribe down below. We would love to do more Stray Kids on the channel.
Where's our stay at?
We just don't get a whole lot of interaction from everyone. So if you're interested, if you want to see more,
we have like
let us
7
know.
to 8 new videos to react to.
Oh
like,
my gosh,
which one do you
so
want to
much.
see? Which one's your favorite?
Let us know. Absolutely. So make sure you like and subscribe down below so you can see more of our content as it's coming out, and give us some direction what you'd like to take a look at next. And if you like dramas, like the new Squid Games that just came out,
which I've already finished watching. I haven't watched it. It's too scary. Don't judge me. Make sure you check out Hallyu Reviews, where we tell you which dramas to watch, must watch, or completely skip. Save the trauma of a bad drama. Until next time, y'all. Annyeong.